What's up, my nerds? Time for another Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. This is going to be kind of a mini haul. Over the weekend, I hit a couple of stores and picked up some books that actually most of what I got was just stuff that I didn't get last week, or maybe overlooked last week, or possibly the week before. So I was kind of filling in some gaps based on some of the stuff that I saw other people had, and I was like, ooh, I need to go back and get that. But I did pick up a couple of interesting kind of back issue things, and then I've got a couple of fun little gems to show you at the end that I sort of picked up along the way. So anyway, if you guys are new to my channel, if you've never seen my channel before, I do a lot of comic haul videos, mostly newer stuff. Occasionally I will do some older stuff, or I'll feature something really special like an artist edition book or something like that. But yeah, it's mostly like newer comics and stuff like that. So on today's episode, like I said, this is mostly going to be me kind of going back and picking up, like this. I just got an extra copy of the timeless variant for the Wolverine number 6. This one has a couple of dings on it, so I'm probably going to put that in my to sell pile. I have a couple copies, but I wanted an extra one. This is I wanted to get another copy of this. This is Avengers number 36, the Alex Ross timeless variant with Ghost Rider. Really dug that cover. I love these Alex Ross timeless variants, but it's killing me every week having to pick these up because there's just so many of them. Got an extra copy of the Hellions number 5. Yeah, wow, glare. Sorry, lots of glare. That's what happens when you use Mylar. Is it any better if I do it over here? No, it is not. Okay, so there we go. Jean Grey. Got another copy of this. Black Panther, timeless variant. This is Avengers number 37. Really, really like that one. Like I said, some of these I already had. I was just getting extra copies. Batman 99. This is the Clown Hunter cover B. I had a copy of this. I wanted a second copy, so I got a second copy. Got a second copy of this. Juggernaut number 1, the Scotty Young variant. It's just too cute. I can't say no to another copy of that. So I guess that book's kind of heating up a little bit, isn't it? I got another copy of this, Wonder Woman number 670 or 764. Just a beautiful Josh Middleton cover. He never disappoints. And I had one copy. I wanted an extra copy of that. Got another copy of this. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm realizing this is mostly just repeat copies of stuff I got last week, but Captain Marvel, this is issue number 22. This book, some people are starting to kind of spec on this because, well, let's just say there's an event that takes place in this book that is probably going to lead into a bigger story. So, I don't know. Now, that's cover A. This is cover B by Adi Granov. I also picked up another copy of this. And this is probably the one you want because it's got these two characters on the cover. And if you haven't read the story, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but let's just say those are very important characters considering the storyline. Anyway, I think people are thinking this is going to be a spec book. It's probably going to go into second printing from my understanding. This I did not have, and I'm glad that they still had it on the shelf because I wanted to grab it, and so finally you're seeing a book that I haven't already shown. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 17. Somehow I just missed this issue. And this is the first appearance of the Miles Morales clone, who is on the very last page of the book in costume, so you don't actually see his face until the next issue, which is issue number 18. And this is the first full appearance of the Miles Morales clone. Now, in issue 19, the one that came out last week, the clone is on the cover, and I think some people mistakenly thought that might be the first full appearance. This issue is actually the first full appearance. I'm pretty sure I have the Raza variant to this issue, but I don't think I had the regular cover, so I'm glad that they had that. And then this is another one of those, like, I just missed it when it came out. I don't know why. I picked up the issue before it. I'm picking up the issue that's coming after it, which comes out this week. This is Justice League number 54. It's a Dark Knight's Death Metal tie-in, and all of this is building up to a story with the Omega Knight, which I think, again, there's some mistaken... People are saying they think the Omega Knight's first appearance is in number 55, which is the issue that comes out this week. His first appearance is actually in issue 53. If you go back and read the issue before this, he's in issue 53, I'm pretty sure, because they show a big full page and it says the Omega Knight. So I think that's his real first appearance. I don't think he's in this issue. I don't think. I haven't read it yet. But then issue 55, I guess, is where they're going to really go all out and do something with him. I missed this. I'm so glad they still had it, because I was going to be really ticked off if I couldn't get a copy of it. But this is one of those things that, like, you just don't think about. God, what is the issue number on this? I can't see number. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read it. What does it say? Number. Well, it's Cable. God, I cannot read the number on that cover. I want to say it's Cable number 6, but I don't think that's right. Is it Cable number 5? Yeah, I think it's number 5. Anyway, it's the newest issue of Cable, and the reason that I was really glad they still had it is because I'm betting that out of all the X books, like, remember how everybody was freaking out because X-Force and Wolverine came out, and it was the first appearance of Solemn, and stores didn't order enough copies, and now they're getting really hot. This has to be the lowest ordered X-Men book. And because it's an X of Swords crossover, I have a feeling this is going to... Well, apparently it's already hot. Like, people are saying certain stores are upcharging for it. I got 2 copies. I was surprised they still had them, but very happy they had them. Anyway, if you can get that book, because I have a feeling it's going to be a hot one. And speaking of hot books, again, I couldn't believe they still had this on the shelf, and I somehow overlooked it last week, and I'm kicking myself for overlooking it, but I'm so glad that I got it. Darth Vader, Star Wars Darth Vader number 6. This is a brutal issue. Like, Palpatine, I guess at the time he's Darth Sidious, he messes Darth Vader up bad. I actually read this issue. It was great, but man, is it dark. And I mean, darker than most Star Wars is. But the real reason you want to get this issue, other than this cool In-Huk Lee cover, is this is the first appearance of the Sith Assassin. They actually name him in the issue, but they're just calling him the Sith Assassin right now. On the last page, first appearance, and I don't think people were anticipating that, and I don't think people ordered heavily on this book, and from my understanding, this book is already, like, smoking hot. So if you can get it, Darth Vader number 6, probably going to be a good book to have. I managed to pick up a couple copies of that, so I was happy. But yeah. Also glad they still had this. And this is another book that came out last week, and there were several different covers. I bought one of the regular covers. This was the 1 in 10 copy variant. It's Commanders in Crisis, and this is the Andolfo Virgin variant. So this cover was one of the regular covers with the trade dress and everything on it. This is the 1 in 10 Virgin cover. Now there's like a 1 in 25, I think, that's a Peach Momoko variant. I'm just not a big Peach Momoko fan. I just don't understand what the fascination is. I mean, I like the cover that she did for, what was it, New Mutants last week. But yeah, this cover to me is the better cover because it's got everybody on it, and this is a cool book. If you haven't picked up this book, it's got really good artwork. It's on my to read pile, so I haven't read it yet. But I saw this cover last week and I thought about it, and then when I went back over the weekend, I saw it again and I was like, I gotta get that. So went ahead and picked that up. 1 in 10 Commanders in Crisis variant. Cool book. And another book that came out last week that I just overlooked. I don't know why. Once I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this looks great. I can't believe I missed this. This is We Live from the Miranda Brothers from Aftershock Comics, number 1. Post-apocalyptic, really cool artwork, and just a really cool looking book. And I don't know how heavily stores ordered these, but I would recommend you pick this up. I have a feeling this is going to be a hot book. I don't know how the regular cover is doing, but I do know that this cover is hot because apparently it's selling for like 35-40 bucks on eBay already. And I thought it was a really cool looking cover. This is the 1 in 25, or I'm sorry, 1 in 15 copy variant, Nguyen variant, and it's just a beautiful cover. So, but yeah, I saw this. I was like, that looks really cool. Why did I not see this last week? Oh, I know, because I'm broke and I spent all my money already. So, and by the way, I'm recording this video. It's Monday night in the middle of the night. I'm prepping for another ridiculous week of new books that's probably going to completely put me in bankruptcy. Anyway, for what it's worth, I stopped by a Half Price Books, and man, I just could not find anything that caught my eye except for the next three books. And the first one is not all that exciting. I think this is probably just a promotional giveaway or something that Marvel did, but it's Marvel, all new Marvel backlist reading chronology. I had not seen this before. I'm guessing it's just kind of like a Marvel previews, that previews all the upcoming books. But, all new point one is like super hot right now. One of those all new point ones is super hot because it's got the first appearance of Kamala Khan. So I thought I would kind of give this a look and just see if there's anything cool in this. But they had this, and it was in beautiful shape, and I just thought, I think I paid $1 for this. I think that's what they had it marked. But I'm pretty sure this is just a free promo that they gave out. Anyway, I hadn't seen it before, so I grabbed it. And then these, oh man. I cannot tell you how happy I am to get these. I love this book, and I always pick it up whenever I get a chance. This is Dazzler #1. There were 2 copies. Now, this copy is probably like a 9.2. It's in really good shape, front and back. There's a couple little ticks along here, nothing major. But, still, Dazzler is always a cool book to get. So I saw this copy first, grabbed it. I was like, yeah, easy sale, anytime. And again, I think they had it marked $1. Then I see this copy. Now, I know it's not going to pick up on the camera, but this copy looks like it just came off the press. It is so perfect in every way. It was in the crappiest bag and board. Like, the bag was all warped and dirty, and I mean, it looked horrible. But I saw it, and I always pick this book up whenever I see it. So I was like, I don't care. It could be a ratted up copy. I'll still pick it up if it's $1. I got home, I took it out of the bag and board. I could not believe how beautiful this copy is. I don't know if this is going to pick up or not. But, I mean, the corners are perfect. The back of this book is perfect. The spine of this book is perfect. There is nothing wrong with this book. I may actually send this copy in and get it slabbed because it is a beautiful copy of Dazzler #1. I love this book. I always love this book. Anyway, so these two were $1 each. And like I said, the first one, very cool. Would have grabbed it anyway. The second one, jackpot. I was just like, that's cool. That's awesome. And last but not least, this is just kind of a fun little kitschy thing I thought I'd share with you guys. Because, first of all, it's very rare that people gift me like comics or books or anything like that. Oddly enough, I just don't get a lot of stuff like that. Like, people don't gift me books. That's not a shameless plug for please send me books. It's not what I mean. I just very rarely have people say like, hey, I want to give you something or whatever. So my next door neighbor across the hall, who she used to be in the Navy, she's kind of slowing down, at her age right now. And somehow we got on the subject of talking about comic books, and she found out that I run comic book conventions and I was real into comic books, and she said, "Oh, I have some old comics, I'll just give them to you." Now, you hear that a lot. Like, sometimes you'll hear about people say, "Oh yeah, someone gave me a box of comics and there was all this cool stuff in it." Well, don't get too excited, because it wasn't anything. It wasn't like she gave me a box of Golden Age or something. But she gave me just kind of a little stack of books. And I thought, oh, that's cool. You know, she's gifted me some books. Well, so anyway, first thing that was in there was I love Bloom County. This is Bloom County Tunes for Our Times by Berkeley Breathed. And just a nice kind of collected, Bloom County book. And so I'm very happy to get that, because, I mean, she could have just given me that and I would have been happy. Then there's just kind of a small stack of a couple of like underground comics. And she did say, she goes, "I'm going to give you my comics from my hippie days." That was her words, my hippie days. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, it'll be interesting to see what's in there. So this is from Rip Off Press, The Adventures of Fat Freddy's Cat, Book 2. And if you guys don't know, if you're not familiar with Fat Freddy's Cat, it's actually a reference to the Furry Freak Brothers, Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, I know what that is. Then I see this. Now, this is pretty beat up. Like, this has been well loved. But this is Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. Wait a minute. Which issue is this? Number, I don't know. See, they don't put the numbers on the covers of these, so you kind of have to look it up. It's either like 2, 3, or 4 or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, this is Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers from Rip Off Press. As you can see, this is really well loved, well read. Not in the best shape, but still, it's a cool book if you're into like underground comics. And I love underground comics. Then there's this one. I love Gilbert Shelton. I love Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. So it's really cool to see these. And again, this one is not in good shape, but Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. And I don't know what issue this is. But I'm pretty sure it's a first print. And, I mean, it's just fun. Like I said, beat up. Then, as I'm going through the stack, I come across this one. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. It's about to be made into an animated series, so that makes this really cool. Now, look at this. I looked at this and I was like, I recognize that cover, but something's really weird about this. This is issue 1, the very first issue of Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. It's the back. This is a first printing. Why don't I have these in bags? Because I don't have Golden Age bags and boards, and that's what I need. I need to get some Golden Age bags and boards. I even checked the inside to make sure it is a first printing, and it is the first issue of Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. But do you notice something interesting about this book? It's missing a color. Like, they didn't print, back when they did 4-color process on the cover, they're missing a color. So this is actually a printing error, which makes this very rare. And so I'm kind of looking at it and I'm thinking, I have seen this book so many times. I used to work for Heritage Auctions and Catalog Comics. I used to see comics all the time, rare underground comics. I used to work in multiple comic book stores. I've seen rare underground comics in comic shops. I have never, ever seen a copy of Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, #1, that looks like this. This is an error. This is like a printing error. Now, again, like the others, This is not in the best condition. You can see it's very well read, very well loved. However, this one is probably in the best condition of the three that I showed you. So it may be worth something. I don't know. I need to get some more eyeballs on it, and I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll let you know if it is in fact like, worth some dough. I'm not expecting anything. I just think it was a very kind gesture of her to give me her comics like that. And if I never sell them and I just hold on to them for the rest of my life, I'd be perfectly happy with that. I just thought it was cool that, one of them happened to be kind of this rare error. So anyway, that's it. I guess I'll be back with the whole like new this week haul, if I can afford to pick up my comics this week. I was looking at the list of books that are coming out, and it is, again, just a ridiculously big week. There's a lot of stuff. Oh my God, I am so broke. It is not even funny. It's funny, last week I put as a joke down below my PayPal link in case anybody wanted to donate to my PayPal. I may actually start pushing that because, oh my God, it is really getting hard to support my habit. Actually, what I think I want to start doing, I may want to do like an auction or a sale video or something. So I'm gonna start thinking on that. I had an idea about putting together some mystery boxes because I've got a ton of signed comic books. I've got like 6 long boxes of signed comic books. I need to clear some space, so maybe I'll do something with that. Anyway, I'll let you guys know. Thanks for joining me on Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. I am Mark Walters. If you want more of this content, if you like this content, please like and subscribe to this channel. I would appreciate it. You can find out more about me at bigfanboy.com or dallascomicshow.com. Dallas Comic Show is on hiatus, but we're trying to see if we can bring something back. Everybody make sure you go vote, stay safe, wear your mask, social distance, and I'll see you on the next Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. Take care.